Hey everybody, it's Miss Perry, and today I am going to show you how to use Google Drive to create and format essays. Now, most papers that you will write for school and college will be in either APA or MLA format. APA stands for the American Psychological Association, and that's the format that you will use in scientific subjects such as psychology, sociology, economics, and other sciences and social sciences. MLA stands for Modern Language Association and is used for liberal arts and humanities subjects like English, art, history, and philosophy. Of course, always check with your instructor first to make sure that you are using the format that the instructor prefers. Today, I'm going to show you how to set up a document using MLA format. So the directions that I'm going over with you today are also on my website, so feel free to refer to that. I have the same instructions that I'm going over with you here, step by step, if you want to print those out or bookmark them in your Chromebooks. Here's a sample paper in MLA format, and you'll notice that it has a header with the student's last name and page number, so that appears on every page in the paper. It also has a heading, which appears on the first page of the paper, a title, and then the text is double spaced with each paragraph beginning with an indent that you create by using the tab key. The paper concludes with a works cited page, and we're going to learn how to do that at another time. And then it also includes in-text citations, which we will also learn at another time. Today, we're just going over the MLA formatting basics so that you can set up your document in the right format. So the first thing you'll do for that is you'll go to Google and you will click on Google Applications and then select Google Drive. Once you're in Google Drive, you'll click on Plus New and then scroll down to Google Docs, and there's a little arrow. This gives you the option to either create a blank document or to create a document from a template. The only problem with templates is that just because a template says it's MLA format or APA format, that doesn't mean that the person who created that template necessarily did it correctly. So I'm going to create a blank document so that way I know that it's set up exactly the right way. The first thing I'm going to do is to change it from an untitled document to a named document. So this is how it's going to be saved in my Google Drive so I know how to find it. I usually start with my last name and then underscore. That way, if I share the document with my instructor, the first thing the instructor sees in their shared documents is the name of the student. And then I'll usually give it the assignment name. So let's just call this mythology research paper. Now I'm going to go into the body of my paper and I'm going to start by entering the header. So underneath the name of my document is this little insert. And then I'm going to scroll down to header and page number. I'm going to align it to the right. And then I'm going to type my last name and hit the space bar one time. The next thing I need to put in is a page number. Now, I'm not just going to type the number 1 because if I do, that number 1 is going to appear on all of my pages. It's not going to count the pages for me. So I need to go back to insert, go back to header and page number, scroll down to page number, and I'm going to choose that very first option. Once I've done that, I need to change the font because Google Drive has Arial size 11 as a default, and I need it to be Times New Roman size 12. Once that's done, I need to hit the escape key, which is usually in the upper left-hand corner of your Chromebook, to go into the body of the paper. Now I need to set up my font for the body of my paper as Times New Roman size 12, and I need to set up my line spacing as double spaced. So it's set up at 1.15. I'm going to change that to double. And then the other thing I need to check is this little bit right here. Both of these should say add space before paragraph, If one of them or both of them say remove, you need to change them both to make sure that they both say add space. Otherwise, I'm going to end up with extra spaces in between my paragraphs, and we don't want that for MLA format. All right, so now I'm going to type up the heading. So the heading is my full name. Enter. The next line is your instructor's name. So we're going to type in Ms. Now here's a mistake a lot of students make. They don't hit that little space bar after the period. So always enter the space after the period. And I'm writing this paper for Miss Antonacci's English 10 class. And then the due date of my assignment also needs to be in MLA format. So for MLA format dates, you actually do the day, spell out the month, and then the year, no commas. And then I'm going to do my title. So I'm going to center my title, and I'm going to give my paper a unique title. You can just title the paper whatever the assignment is, but that's no fun. Try to come up with something creative. So I'm going to call this one let's call this Mary Maloney. The imperfect murderer, because I'm going to write my paper about lamb to the slaughter. So once I've got my title, I'm going to enter. Now I need to align it to the left and then hit the tab key one time to begin my paragraph. So we're typing, everybody's happy, oops. Everybody's having fun, yada, yada, yada. All right. So then we're going to continue on to the next paragraph by hitting enter one time and then tabbing. So notice there are no extra lines in between the paragraphs. We're indented one time, and then all the rest of the lines are going to be aligned to the left in a new paragraph. And so that's how we create our document using MLA format. When we're done with the document, we will do our works cited page, which will be our next lesson. But for now, you've got your document set up and you're ready to start typing. Good luck and have fun.